Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with London and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is London's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The correction, which are very few, and lots of motivation that we give her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash. She keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a slight tug and release on the training collar. We have learned that with this girl, you do better with sugar than with vinegar, so we like to praise her for a good job and very few correction. Now she's sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is important because you have a giant breed and you need her to walk nicely next to you, and the command is London, heel. Now at this point, London has a job to do, and that is to remain even with your left leg when you're walking, not forging ahead or lagging behind, not dragging you down the street. And each time that you stop your feet, she has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So when you stop to talk to someone, or I remember the day that you got her here and she was jumping all over the place, this is self-control. This is teaching her that when you're walking, her job is to stay even with your left leg and to show a little bit of respect for you. She's been running the show for too long. And this is a simple heel command. It's nothing rigorous, it's nothing hard. That she walks nicely next to your left leg, and when you stop walking, she sits automatically without being told to wait for her next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. This is a command that you can practice right in your home. You're going to start out at about 30 to 45 seconds, and you're going to slowly work up by 5 seconds a day to 3 minutes. So this gives you something to practice with her. When Brandy returns back to her, she quickly returns all the way around. London is to remain seated until Brandy gets back to her shoulders and gives her another command. And they take off heeling again. Now London can have temper tantrums. She has a quirky little personality, so that there are days and times when she doesn't feel like doing what you're telling her to do. She will do anything, and I mean anything, to get out of it. You can't give up. Now that was a very gentle correction. Brandy leaves her in another sit stay. She walks out to the end of the leash and she turns to face her. She lets her sit there because that's helping to develop focus and self-control. And this time Brandy will call her. Good girl, good come. She comes right in and sits instead of jumping. And then she returns back to heel and back sitting, and she gets praised for a good job. And Brandy will demonstrate that recall exercise again for us. She's come such a long way. She still has moments where she can be distracted. She has moments when she can be temperamental, but you can't let her get over. It's very important, especially with the Cane Corso personality, that you are in charge. Brandy's going to call her in again. And I think she enjoys the praise part of it. As much as she doesn't like to admit it, I think she enjoys being praised and doing a good job. At least she knows now that there are boundaries and there are rules. I don't know what she's smelling up there. She's smelling something. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down command. This is from heel position. So with her seated at your left, you take your left open palm straight down toward the ground, the one-word command to down and stay. Now your long down stay, again, you can practice right in your living room. You're going to start out at about a minute. You're going to slowly work up to 5 minutes. When Brandy returns back to her, again, she walks all the way around her quickly back to the shoulders. She stops at her shoulders, and then you can see her looking up for another command. There are people outside working. I can hear machinery running, and she can sure smell them. This is her yard now. Seated first, left open palm straight down toward the ground, the one-word command to down and stay. Brandy makes her hold that command, and then she's going to demonstrate again the come on command. Good girl. Nice sit. And back to heel. Now Brandy's going to bring her out so we can see her and say bye for now. We have demonstrated for you all of her formal on-leash obedience commands. She has come a long way. We're still going to be coaching you and helping you after you get her home, because I think you're going to need that, and we're going to be here for you. We want to thank you for trusting us with your girl and choosing Nora's Dog Training Company. We'll see you soon.